all of the work that I knew I needed to have done was intimidating to me. It was years of repairing work that other dentists had done that I knew needed to be fixed. And so I was a little bit intimidated and knew that it was going to be a long process. But Dr. Kacos broke it down for me into, several different appointments, and he made sure that it wouldn't be too much at once, but also wouldn't be drawn out for a long time. So I felt like he was able to meet my needs better than any dentist ever had before. I think that experience is so important when it comes to finding a dentist, because I have spent countless hours in the dentist chair. As a child, I had so many bad experiences with dental work, and so I wanted somebody that I was going to be comfortable with and somebody that I could trust and that wouldn't hurt me and make me feel, bad about anything that I needed done. And so I knew that I had to have somebody that knew what they were doing, and Dr. Kacos met that. I definitely have more complex dental needs, and I'm sure everybody thinks that about themselves, but I've had everything from fillings to an implant, so I knew that I needed somebody that could meet those needs, and I've never been disappointed with the work that Dr. Kacos has done for me. I was blown away when I got a call personally from Dr. Kacos telling me that I had an appointment. I was like, okay, is this the dentist calling me? Because that doesn't ever happen. So I thought that was such a cool personal touch for him to personally call me. Oh my goodness, having all of my treatment done was such a relief, because for years I knew I needed to have things done, but I was always so scared to actually tackle it because it felt like such a huge endeavor. And then whenever I finally had the last appointment, I was like, oh my goodness, am I actually done? Like, do I get to just come back for cleanings and that's it? And so it was such a relief to know that I was finished. I have dealt with lots of businesses for multiple reasons, and I have never encountered somebody that goes above and beyond like Dr. Kacos does to meet every need and to make you feel absolutely the best that you possibly can. I trusted Dr. Kacos to take care of me after my very first appointment, when he broke everything down and told me all of the things that I would need to have done. I knew going in, I was like, okay, I need for this dude to impress me so that I want to stick around and I'm not intimidated and I don't want to find another dentist. So after my first appointment, I was like, okay, I think this is my guy. I think I'm going to let him handle all of my dental needs. So it was kind of, first appointment, I was like, all right, I think I like him. I never felt judged when I walked into his office. I never felt judged by him as my dentist or by the dental assistant or any of the ladies up front. I always felt at ease and like I wasn't just some crazy person who needed so much dental work done. So it was always a good feeling to not feel judged when I was there. It's really hard to pick just one thing to be impressed with, because I feel like everything that Dr. Kacos and his staff does is so intentional and so strategic. But I feel like above all, I'll pick two things. I think that the professionalism and the comfort that you feel when you walk into his office is probably the most impressionable for me. But I also love how knowledgeable Dr. Kacos is. I feel like he is always doing everything he can to further his education and to know that he has absolutely the best training possible. And I just find that to be so important whenever you're looking for a dentist. Upon having some work done, I had kind of a random snafu and I needed Dr. Kacos' attention very quickly. Well, he was out of town for the weekend. It obviously happened on a Saturday, which was the worst timing ever. But my husband called and, Dr. Kacos was so caring and was like, look, we'll get you in first thing Monday. We'll make sure everything is fixed. And of course he did. But for him to have his phone on him and call back, on his day off when he was out of town was super impressionable for me because I knew that he really did care. And for him to get me in so quickly and get the problem resolved was such a big deal. So that was a really important thing to me. I think Dr. Kacos is absolutely deserving to be the highest rated dentist in the area. I don't think that anybody comes even close to being as awesome as he is. I don't think that there are enough superlatives to describe Dr. Kacos and his staff. I feel like every adjective in the world couldn't even come close to speaking highly enough of them. Everything that they do is just, it's wonderful, and I feel like it's just top-notch service. Since I was a kid, I feel like my dental experience has gotten so much better. I spent years and years of being terrified of the dentist and having dentists that kind of just made things even harder on me, and I felt like I was always a burden to them. And so as an adult, you know, seeing a dentist, I always carried that with me and was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have that experience forever. But since coming to Dr. Kacos, he's not only fixed my issues, but he's given me a peace of mind, and I actually kind of look forward to coming to the dentist now, which I could have never said before. I find it to be so personal that after, you know, any procedure I had done, I always got a phone call from somebody in Dr. Kacos' office, and it makes you feel cared for whenever you personally hear from them. They're like, okay, are you all right? You're not hurting or anything, which, I mean, I have literally never had any pain in Dr. Kacos' office, and that's unheard of for a dentist. I could not recommend Dr. Kacos and his staff enough for anybody who is looking for a dentist. I feel like if you're looking for somebody, you should look no further because, I mean, they're the best. I think punctuality is so important when it comes to appointments. I'm a business owner myself, and I also travel about close to an hour and a half to see Dr. Kacos. So I want to know that I'm going to get in and I'm going to get out. And of the probably a dozen times that I've been here, I feel like I have never sat in the waiting room. I literally walk in, they're like, hey, Rachel, come on back. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So I feel like punctuality is so important. And I mean, Dr. Kacos and his team go above and beyond for that. I got the get well soon bag after one of my first visits, and I remember thinking, these people really care. They want you to be super comfortable and they want you to go home feeling good. And so that was one of the first things that really impressed me about Dr. Kacos' office. I think my favorite act of community service that Dr. Kacos has taken part in is his mission work in other countries. I think that the fact that he donates his time to help people that are less fortunate is such an important thing and speaks highly of his character.